You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Macy Eglund. A former Oakdale dance teacher accused of making sexually explicit videos with two teenage students is being held without bail on a new federal charge. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday. Jordan Viscomi was arraigned for sexual exploitation of a minor after an FBI investigation. As Newsday has reported, the ex-instructor at David Sanders Dance Dynamics was arrested earlier this month after the father of one of the alleged victims called police. Viscomi is facing 15 to 30 years in federal prison if convicted. Now to a Newsday exclusive. An alleged MS-13 gang member has accepted a plea deal moments before his trial was set to begin today. Anthony Gutierrez Meza was one of three men accused of killing Estevan Abrego Gomez back in 2016. The 18-year-old's mutilated body was found at a Little League complex in Greenlawn. Meza pled guilty to a lesser manslaughter charge and is expected to get 22 years in prison when he's sentenced in July. Unsanitary and unsafe conditions. That's what triggered the closure of the Coliseum Motor Inn, according to town officials. The Hempstead supervisor says the town made the move after it inspected the motel in East Meadow. We're told the town worked with county agencies to relocate those residents. Only in Newsday, nurses at St. Charles Hospital are taking a strike authorization vote. The nearly 300 nurses at the Port Jeff Hospital are casting their ballots today through Thursday. If approved, this measure allows the nurses to give a 10-day notice if they decide to call for a strike. The nurses' contract expired in March, and they're negotiating for better pay and a faster arbitration process when nurse-to-patient ratios go over. Now, Catholic Health says it's made significant offers on wages and other important topics. They say they are committed to bargaining in good faith. A local park getting a big boost in funding to keep its concert series going.
They needed the funds, everybody needs funds when they do things like this, because it's all volunteers and things, but it can continue to give and give and give long after we're all not here anymore.
And a community is nothing without arts and culture.
Raleigh Motor Company gifted $1 million to sponsor the Morgan Park Summer Music Festival. Residents in Glen Cove and surrounding communities have been enjoying free concerts on Sunday nights for over 64 years. Well, this may be the ultimate waterfront property. An historic lighthouse in the Sound is being sold to the highest bidder. This is the Stratford Shoal Middle Ground Light Station. It's only accessible by boat and sits on a submerged reef between New York and Connecticut. The General Services Administration, which is auctioning 4 lighthouses next month, says this station is actively used to help fishermen navigate the Sound. Starting bid is $10,000. Well, a stellar speller from Long Island is on the national stage. Great Neck 6th grader Brian Liu is taking part in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. The 11-year-old has already made it through the first 2 preliminary rounds in Maryland. The Great Neck North Middle School student is facing 230 other spellers representing every state and several countries. So good luck, Brian. Go get him. You can take your dog on a date this summer. There are some shops here locally selling ice cream and other desserts just for your 4-legged friend. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
We are an interactive doggy daycare and boarding facility. We have people that drop their dogs off at daycare, people that are going to work or whatnot, and then we also have people that board, and our boarders get to play all day as well. They're all dog-friendly ingredients, and even the icing, all of it is dog-friendly. We have the list of ingredients if anybody needed, in case there are any allergies. They do get to take home a treat from the barkery, which are also themed for whatever party we're having. We also do Halloween, Valentine's Day, all the major holidays, and then we throw in some of our own.
So creative, and there are even more doggy dessert options. You can check out the complete list on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Let's take a quick look at your Long Island weather. Tonight, upper 40s, mostly clear. Tomorrow, though, looking like a great day ahead. Partly cloudy in the morning and then clearing out and warming up into the upper 60s and 70s in the afternoon.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
If you didn't already know, spring is considered wildlife baby season. So what should you do if you find one? Photojournalist Steve Fost has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
And teeny tiny little patient. This is a screech owl, and they nest in cavities of trees. They don't build their own nests, and they're an early nester.
We've all kind of been thrown off by this really warm winter that we've had. And I think wildlife has also been thrown off by this wild winter. So squirrels were having their babies much sooner. Birds, local birds are having their babies earlier. Rabbits, and not so much the migratory animals I'm finding, but what's happening here is that we are starting to get babies in the beginning of May, and we're already inundated. We live in suburbia. Okay, and we live in close proximity to wildlife now. Chances are you're going to come across a baby animal. Just because it doesn't have a parent doesn't mean that it's abandoned. It doesn't mean that it needs help. When does it need help? Flies are landing on it. If it's not moving at all, if you see blood, it's dragging its back legs, if it doesn't have any feathers, if it's a bird, those are things that need help. This guy's hungry. Takes a lot of protein to grow big and strong. Overall messages is wildlife doesn't belong on a preserve. It belongs everywhere. And if you find something, just leave it alone. Just enjoy it.
Sweetbriar Nature Center doing great work for our community. If you'd like more on what to do when you find baby wildlife, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Long Island played a crucial role in the American Revolution, and there's a new project underway to show just how important the island was. Steve Langford has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
From the quaint exterior of the Bales Boat Shop in Port Jefferson, you might never guess they're building a spy boat in here. A replica, to be precise, of the whale boats that patriots used during the Revolutionary War to ferry intelligence on what the British were up to across Long Island Sound to Connecticut.
That's how Washington was finding out what the British were doing through this whole Culper spy ring.
The Culper spy ring, and prominent local member Caleb Brewster, the inspiration for this boat replica from the War of Independence, commissioned for the upcoming 250th anniversary of the United States in 2026.
It's going to be a learning laboratory, too. When we build the structure to house the boat, we want to use local students from local high schools coming in when they want to learn about the part that our area played in the American Revolution. It's a whole part of American history.
Builders here, all volunteers, do not all have expertise in boat construction.
I'm pretty good with my hands. I could cut wood. I know how to measure.
But drawings from a naval architect and historian who created these plans to build a couple of the whale boats back in the 1970s are providing these boat builders with an almost exact design in order to recreate one of the vessels that crossed the Sound during the Revolutionary War.
These are the oars. Imagine trying to row across Long Island Sound with this.
It really would be interesting to do a race across the Sound to see who might get there.
There will be reenactments in the harbor, and the whale boat will include a cannon, just as the originals did in the 1770s.
The gun's going to be a working gun, so we'll do black powder on that.
Bringing the astonishing history of America's beginnings here right back to life. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
And if you'd like more on the spy boat replica, go to Newsday.com, click Get More. You see below the Newsday TV video box.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll leave you with a look at your 7-day forecast.